What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and this is one of the final matches from day one of EGC TV's Winter Series number 2. Now, the winner of this entire tournament walks away with the $20,000 prize. So a lot on the line here, and this is a series that decides who goes on to the finals. So spoiler alerts, I'm going to be revealing the players' performance so far in this tournament. So we have TheViper, who went through the first several rounds, and he lost one game versus Noosh in round 1. The score was 2-1. He 2-0'd versus ZG Light, 2-0'd versus Doubt, and now he's facing Don Artie. Don Artie faced off against Corks in round 1, another Age of Empires 3 player. He 2-0'd Corks. He played against Divine DFP in round 2. And he 2-1'd against Divine. And then he played against Noob, and he 2-0'd against Noob. So both of these players have only had one loss so far in these series. This is the semifinals, and this is the second game of these semifinals. So what does that mean? If Don Artie wins this game, he will be advancing on to the finals of this tournament. If TheViper wins this game, he will have a chance at another round against Don Artie, since this is a best of 3. So hopefully that all makes sense to you. There's a lot on the line. Winner going on to the finals of this Winter Series number 2. Let's get into this casted game. Okay, I'm ready to go. Here we go. We are on Boulder Bay. Don Artie is playing on the east side, playing as the French, versus TheViper playing as the Chinese. Now, you see Viper going immediately for a mill, kind of close to the tree line, but he brought those sheep out there. Obviously, his Imperial official is going to come out and be supervising this right away and then collecting gold. Now, this map was known early on for French dominance, right? Because French are so good on the water. We do see Don Artie going for the water right away. Well, I see he's chopping wood. I assume he's going for the water. Let's see, there's his house. Yeah, I think he's going to be coming down and building a dock in just a second here. We're going to have to see if Viper decides to take any Age 1 water. Early indications, seeing that he's only going for the sheep, makes me think that he perhaps is not going to. Now, looking at the water lines here, we've got these deep water fish, plenty of them out here. It does look like maybe... I think the spread is pretty even on these. You gather faster here. Is Don Artie coming up? There he is. So he's going to be coming down to build his dock. Now, why are the French so good on water? They have the Hulk available in the second age, which is just an extremely powerful ship. Most civilizations can't really go toe-to-toe with it until the third age. Now we see Viper basically ignoring water at this point. He is getting some wood now. Maybe he'll go for a later dock, but I'm not sure. I haven't honestly watched a ton of China water gameplay, so we're going to have to watch closely to see what Viper's build order is here. Both players just scouting for now. No action for the time being. So a lot riding on this game. Viper just trying to stay alive in the series, and Don Artie looking to advance on to the finals tomorrow. So this will be a huge match for Don to get late game, and I don't think I've seen him any super late in any of these tournaments. Now, a little background. Don Artie is a player actually coming from Age of Empires 3, which was the game I basically streamed for the last year. So I'm very familiar with him. He's a very, very competitive player. I know from watching him play, I've casted his games in many Age of Empires 3 tournaments. Always competitive and has potential to go all the way. And then TheViper doesn't need much of an introduction, coming to us from Age of Empires 2. Considered the GOAT by many. He won that very first EGC tournament that kicked off at the very beginning of October. So he's got experience going deep in tournaments as well. So I can only expect this is going to be lots of fireworks. Maybe Nest of Bees will help with that for this second game in this series. We've got a Spearman coming out now for Viper, multiple of them. So look at this. Viper hasn't gone for a dock, but what he's doing instead is he's training some early spears. Are going to be going over and trying to snipe the dock of Don Artie. Why try to contest the French on water when you could contest them on the land? And you see he's supervising this barracks. So he's able to train these incredibly fast. 5 seconds. Now, this is crazy. You think about civs like Delhi Sultan to have efficient production, right? But it takes the entire Dark Age to even get that research, and they have to garrison a scholar inside there. Look at that. No additional research. China's already has... How many did he train? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, those, were 5 seconds a piece? So you do the math. That's a quick way to get out some spearmen there. Now, I get the sense that Don Artie perhaps scouted this, and it does look like he did. Wow, and very quick thinking from him, he throws down some wall segments. It does look like maybe the scout had taken some shots at this on the other side. And they should buy him the time he needs until the third age, because I think he could just sit behind this and repair. Oh, he's putting up a tower. Holy cow. What a great gameplay from Don. He saw those, really this was a scouting. Don't ever underestimate the power of scouting. He saw this barracks, knew the spearmen were coming. He could have been caught with nothing down here. These spearmen could have shown up and sieged down this dock. And now look at this. These spearmen aren't going to be able to do a thing. I'm pretty sure Don Artie is going to be able to heal these. He's got a tower. He's going to be fine. So this was an early investment for Viper that's really not going to pay off. I mean, he forced Don to spend wood on this, but I think this, at the end of the day, is a win for Don at the moment. So honestly, I really liked Viper's opening here. It's just a great counter when Don scouted it. Very nice. We do see the School of Cavalry come down for Don Artie. Sometimes you see players go for the, I think it's called the School of Commerce. That might be the wrong name. They go for the trading, there's the trade, I can't remember exactly what the name is, but the trading landmark for the French. I don't know if I can look at it. No, I can't. On water maps, but it does look like Don has opted to go for the School of Cavalry. So this will be very interesting as we get in the second age. We already have some action here. Spearmen are actually able to hit through the walls. It's kind of wild that they can. But this could play into things here if he can kill this villager. Trying to, but it doesn't look like... What an awkward little fight here. I want to look away, but I'm afraid I'll miss something if I do. Now, Viper just about to age up, but not aging up quite yet. But he did drop down a dock of his own, getting some fishing boats. Man, this could have just been so huge if these walls weren't here. What great play by Don. Oh, look at this. Down comes a tower from Viper. Very clever. We have 2 villagers coming down, in fact, to help build these towers. So perhaps this is the play to deal with Hawks, is try to take out the docks, try to harass them right at their port. Take out the supply line. Okay, there we go. Villager finally does go down. With Don hitting the second age, you see that first Hawk will be coming out in about 30 seconds. Now, this tower could help the situation, but he's not going to be able to siege down this dock in time, unfortunately. I think he's canceling the animation of these spears. That's what it looked like. Maybe not? Yeah, it looks like that's maybe what he's doing. I wasn't sure if you could animation cancel spears. I've seen it done with scouts. Can't tell if that's actually faster, but maybe it is. What does Don have coming out here? Okay, that's just a scout. Okay, there's that first Hulk spinning to win. Now, he's got 5 spears inside there doing considerable damage to the Hulk. So that Hulk is going to actually have to run away. But he did a decent amount of damage. He's just going to heal up and come back in for another round. And I think he will be able to take care of this tower. And what a wild match this has been, honestly. I don't think I've really seen this on Boulder Bay. And talk about some super high stakes. Viper going for, a clever way to go against French on the water. Don Artie just probably feeling pretty comfortable right now, to be honest. There are some towers disrupting. Now, when Don Artie would play Age of Empires 3, he was like the master of towering up the water lines, and both in docks and towers where you do even more damage actually in AoE3. So it doesn't surprise me that Don was just like so ready for this defense of his dock. That's just like his style. He loves to play on water. Okay, now this Hulk kind of getting caught off guard right now by the junk, and being able to heal with his fishing boats. Now he is losing some fishing boats, and the Hulk was already a little bit low on HP. But it looks like with the second Hulk coming out, that'll probably be enough for Don Artie. Slowly working on that dock, but that's going to take a long time. As you see there, even this single Hulk that was low on HP takes out that junk despite all of the healing that was going on there and being low on HP, and now he's got an additional one. So Don has control of this water, and it makes me very nervous for Viper at this moment because controlling the water is just a massive boost to your economy. On land, we see a few spearmen coming across. One Royal Knight and 2 archers in base. But right now, this is looking very favorable for Don. And if you're in Viper shoes, what do you do now? You basically have lost water now. He's still trying to contest this dock, but not sure if he's going to make any progress. And in comes some knights going to do some raids. Let's see if he picks up any villagers. Boom, one villager. I think he escaped. He escaped for now. But forcing some idle time on him now, while the French economy, of course, is booming away. No, a lot of times you see Chinese go for those dynasties, right? But he put everything he had into that water defense. He's just sitting right now on 1 town center, 1 landmark. So he doesn't have improved villager production or anything from that, getting that first dynasty. While French, we know, will be producing villagers faster to do their civ bonus and have water. But Viper, you know, this is late in the tournament. I don't expect to see him tapping out soon. He's going to play this out. He's going to try his best. I mean, China's a great civilization, even just on land. So, you know, perhaps he can pull something off here. Right now, Don's just going to sit back. You see him booming. Where did this junk survive? Is he still training? No, we've got fishing boats. I don't know if that was a new one. Okay, so we've got this one junk going around, taking some shots here. I keep getting confused seeing like blue on this side. Okay, there we go. That junk goes down. And back at the base, we've got spearmen trying to deny the gold. It's a good way to stop additional Royal Knights or Hulks from being trained, but it's a little late in the game at this point. Honestly, Don could even sell food. Usually that's what you see people doing when they have a lot of fish. Sometimes they'll just sell it. But actually, he doesn't have a market. He didn't go for the trade landmark, so you know that's not really an option for him right now. Okay, and you see the Hulk finishing off what's going on there with Viper on the water. So what can Viper do?
Chris entered channel.
Okay, so we've got the tower shooting. Oh, he's upgraded it now. I think it's the arrow slits. Yeah, so he has additional range. So he's able to get some shots on these fishing boats. Perhaps they don't realize it. Oh, this was okay, so he built a second. He's got 2 outposts here right now. Very interesting Chinese water tower rush. Still has 1 junk. Where did that junk come from? He must have... He keeps sneaking them out of the docks, but that's certainly the last one. You know, all things considered, Viper's been pushed off water, but he has nullified Don Artie's eco on the water for now. Long term, probably not. But... I don't know. He has still put some damage in the French eco on water. Got some value out of this. I don't think it outweighs. You know, the French has knocked him off water, of course, a long time ago. He's still sitting on 1 town center. It looks like Viper's looking to age right now, while Don is still just chilling in the second age, I do believe. Yeah. Okay, so looking at the score right now, it does show you that Don is quite clearly ahead. Let's look at the income per minute. You do see Viper is collecting a lot of gold right now because he's trying to age. Don is a lot of villagers on wood, but you know, you can't draw too many conclusions yet. Look at the villager difference: 50 for Don, 38 for Viper, and that's the biggest sign you see right there. You know, how is that going to work over time? With, of course, looks like Don finally killing the last bit of Viper's naval presence. There we go. Viper hits the 3rd age as Royal Knights are currently raiding in the back of his base. And I think he's got to do something here. I think he needs to make some kind of military move because I don't believe he's going to be able to just sit back and outboom French at this point. There we go. Killing all the Royal Knights back at home. We do have some rams coming out for Don Artie. So Don Artie's trying to just take out the rest of these towers. He should be able to do this easily with this military presence he has. And of course, there was res invested in all of these, which will be going down. Now, what's Viper looking to do? Let's see. Viper's res. No food. Got a little bit of wood, little stone. Doesn't really have a lot of anything. He is dropping down a second town center, so looks like he is going to try a bit of a boom. But I think he's a little late to the party here. 55 villagers versus 37. It's going to be really hard to come back from that deficit. I almost feel like he has to go 3 TC. Like, he has to do something big. If he's committing to boom, like, I don't know. But this is going to be hard. French has a little bit of a standing military. He's got some rams out. Going to be taking out these remaining towers. There you go. Boom. Down they go. Okay, and out in the back, he's building a guild hall going up to age 3. So this is the landmark where he's able to generate resource over time, trade it in. Very, very powerful landmark. Oh, demo ships. Yeah. Oh, how did that miss? What? I thought that had the range it needed, but it did miss all those fishing boats that disappear. So Viper was able to get on water somehow. He must have just got killed. It was like a second ago. And he is so sneaky. Where did these come from? I didn't even like notice the dock. Maybe it's because he's blue, but like he just keeps like earlier. I didn't even see the dock, so he snuck one out somewhere. Amazing. You know, he could put one on his enemies. Oh, this is where it is. This is why I didn't see it on the minimap. Wait, can you even see it on the minimap right now? That is wild. Look at this. On the minimap, you can't see it. Wait, why is it showing as red? Am I crazy? On the minimap, it looks like it's red, but it's definitely blue. So he hit it on the corner on his enemy's side. So clever. So he wouldn't find it. Loving this play from Viper. I don't know if it's going to be enough for him to win the game, but very, very creative. As you can see on my minimap, you can't even see it there. I don't know if it's just like a casting issue, but crazy. Okay. Well, there we go. So a demo ship did hit on some of those fishing boats, and I was like, where are these demo ships coming from? The sneakiest dock placement of all time. That is definitely going to be likely the title of this video. Okay, so Viper has 2 town centers. He's collecting some stone. I still don't know. 48 vills versus 65 of Don Artie. This still looks like it's really in favor of Don. And what's this here? Fishing boats. I feel like Don's just comfy. He's just, you know, he's got finals riding on this game. You know, he still has another game if he loses here. There's no reason for him to do anything risky. He's just sitting back, enjoying his massive boom. And he's also looks like maybe going to be training a bunch of knights, perhaps. Yeah, I think so. Wow, I'm going to steal this tactic. Maybe some of you guys have seen it. To be honest, I dodge this map. I don't like playing this map. It's not my favorite. So perhaps people have already seen this play, but walked a villager over and built the dock on the enemy side so they wouldn't scout it. So when demo ships arrived, very sneaky play. You know, most players aren't going to think to scout their own waterline for a dock. Palace guard being shot down there by a Hulk. But still, like Viper's eco, we're looking at 53 versus the 72 of Don Artie. Yes, I guess we can include some gold from the Imperial officials. But China's a strong civ. Honestly, I feel like they maybe can even like do okay being behind an eco here if they can pull off some big military wins. But Viper's going to fight to the end. I definitely guarantee it. We've got an outpost here, outpost there. He's got 2 nests of bees and some spearmen and palace guards. So I think he's going to be going hand infantry and siege. It appears to be the way he's going to play this. We don't see any additional landmarks. Of course, that clock tower is pretty good landmark all on its own. But I think we're going to see a lot of Royal Knights. I think he's maybe going to mix in some scouts, perhaps? Is this going to be Royal Knights? I think maybe just Royal Knights. And he sure will have the economy to support this over time. He's already got a pretty sizable mass. Like, let's look at this here. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, like 6 palace guards out, or pikes or whatever those are, spearmen. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to see this army and realize he might need to maybe need to put a draft in place for his villagers, because he's going to need a bigger army very, very quickly. He's not even training right now. Yeah, this is going to be a scary engagement whenever it happens, but I think we're about to see it. Building some stone walls. Is he going for a trade route? It does kind of appear he's like trying to secure the trade route right now. But let's watch this engagement before we get too crazy here. I mean, obviously the outposts help with his line of sight, so maybe that's just what he's trying to do. I thought maybe he would go for trading. Maybe try to get his eco going. Because he built towers all along this. But look, there you go. Kind of a weird fight. Villagers going down at the tower right now. I think that was 5 villagers just died right there. Meanwhile, we've got some spearmen engaging on the knights. He sees the army. He's pulled back the nest of bees. This was an okay engagement on Viper's part, but he did lose 5 villagers. He was already behind on the villager game, so not something you like to see. Okay, he's pulling back. I do feel like maybe he was trying to control that market. It seems like it, or just going for the line of sight. Could have been either of them, but just being very careful with these nested bees. He needs to keep these alive and have spearmen to protect them. Don Artie sees them, and I feel like he could maybe just move into it and just crush the nested bees with his knights. But at the same time, like if he's going to play this conservatively, I feel like he's seen the nested bees. He knows they're out in the field. Like, why not just drop back, make a few springles before trying to take a head-on engagement against those. But I'm not seeing any in queue yet for him, so Don might just power through. I mean, I don't think he needs the springolds. I'm just saying if I think he's playing safe, right? Because there's a lot of rides in this game. What's going on up here? It's just a scout. Okay, so Viper kind of knows what's out there. So we've got archers and royal knights versus nest of bees and palace guard / spearmen. Actually, I think these are all spearmen. Oh, there's a few palace guard in there. Don does have the water locked down. He's even got more hulks just to defend. Probably scouting every nook and cranny. I feel like this would be the next sneaky spot to put a dock, would be like on this island. Now, you notice that Don Artie is trading right now with the naval trade post. Look how much res is brought back. 88 gold and 44 wood. This is a lot of additional resources. This is why, if you lose water on this map, it's a big, big deal. What's Viper up to? What's he doing? He's going to farms. He's got 2 town centers. He's got a lot of resources right now. Is he going age 4? It looks like maybe what he's going to do. That has to be it, right? He's been. I don't really know quite what Viper is doing right now. But he has a lot of resources in the bank. Going for some additional stone, it looks like, here in the front line. Oh, with these guys. Okay. I think he's just trying to get some stone towers. Or maybe he already did that. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. Don is training springolds, it does appear, to deal with those nested bees. And I think this is a smart move. Like, yes, he could have thrown his army in there, but if you don't have to take head-on shots from nest of bees where they're just going to, very quickly a group of these could just annihilate every archer. Just bring a few springolds. It's going to make your day easier. So, I mean, he has a sizable mass. I don't know what Viper's doing with his res. It looks like he's trying to age, but if Don pushes this right now, I mean, I don't know how he's going to stop it. I think if he had spent his res, maybe could have done something here, but this is going to be serious business. But I think we're about to see an engagement. We see Royal Knights starting a position. Archers to the south with the springolds on the back end. 3 nested bees out there and a bunch of spearmen. So he's relying on these nested bees to wipe out the archer, because those spearmen will get killed easily by those springolds. Okay, we see the rams being dropped. I mean, Viper's he has to know it's coming. Still sitting on 2 barracks now. He is supervising these, so they train incredibly fast. 5 seconds, you can see there. Now Don just hit pop max, which tells you a lot, while Viper's still at 138 out of 190 at the moment. So Don has a huge economy, a huge military, and I think we're about to see a big fight here. Okay, Rams moving in on the tower. Nest of Bees taking some shots at those Knights. Where did the Springolds go? Oh, they're in the middle there. Okay, and they're going to get a shot off, it looks like. Maybe? Maybe? Was it 1, 2, 3, 4? He can use 5 Nest of Bees. This is a gamble. Oh my gosh, here comes the villagers. Is he going to keep drop? That is exactly what he's going to do. Oh, no. Even better, a red palace. This landmark does not mess around. Spearman coming up to siege the Rams. Looks like he's going to go for this. Viper is going for it. Nest of Bees taking shots at the villagers. Spearman getting in range. Looks like he dealt a lot of damage. Looking good so far for Viper. But now Springle is starting to pick off these clock tower Nest of Bees one by one. And at the end of the day here, this is not going to be enough for Viper. I think maybe Viper knew this was it. He maybe realized how much bigger of an army his opponent had. He had to do something as this AoE4 landmarks being dropped down. And he took this fight. We see look at those Knights finally clearing up the rest at the back there. Now, all things considered, this was a somewhat even fight, but you have to consider where Don is right now, eco-wise and military-wise. He's just going to repop this. He still has complete control of the sea. This was a much bigger loss for Viper than it is for Don. It looks like Viper is just trying to flood in infantry right now, but we see that palace getting up, and right now Viper does not have any siege. So these units are going to go down very quickly. Yes, he's going to lose a few Springolds here, but and look, Hulk's even getting in on the action. This isn't going to be a big deal. Not to mention Viper, Don is also now an age ahead. So tech-wise is going to be in a very good spot here. Okay, so Viper not giving up though, fighting to the very bitter end here. We've got 3 outposts being dropped by villagers despite there being a palace shooting at them, but those villagers do go down. It looks like there are a bunch of French villagers garrisoned here too. Now look at the villager count. Viper was able to close the gap here. But the thing is, Don stopped making his villagers. He's been at his max. And there you go. GG is called. Don Artie eliminating the Viper from here in the semifinals of the EGC TV Winter Series number 2. And Don Artie will be moving on to the finals and perhaps even the championship. Hope you enjoyed this casted game, and we'll continue to bring you coverage into the finals and championships. See you in the next one.